Kilalanin natin ang official and updated projected complete lineup ng Terrafirma Dyip para sa Pba 50th season. Point guards: Aljun Melesio, 5'8", 160 pounds, 27 years old, 4.4 points, 0.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.4 steals, 19% 3-point shooter, 60% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Tommy Olivario, 5'9", 190 pounds, 26 years old, 1.6 points, 0.6 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 37% 3-point shooter, 8.4 minutes per game in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mark Nonoy, rising star, 5'9", 155 pounds, 25 years old, 11.4 points, 2 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.5 steals, 17% 3-point shooter, 76% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Shooting guards: Paulo Hernandez, 6 feet, 197 pounds, 26 years old, 2.5 points, 1.7 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 9% 3-point shooter, 50% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Brent Paraiso, 6'1", 190 pounds, 27 years old, 5.2 points, 2.9 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 25% 3-point shooter, 90% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Terence Romeo, free agent, 5'11", 180 pounds, 33 years old, 9.5 points, 2 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.3 steals, 43% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Small forwards: Didat Hanapi, 6'2", 188 pounds, 24 years old, 0.7 points, 0.6 rebounds, 0.1 assist, 16% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. CJ Katapusan, 6'3", 192 pounds, 27 years old, 8.6 points, 4.7 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.7 steals, 30% 3-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. JerAve Misi, new player via trade from Magnolia Hotshots, 6'1", 185 pounds, 27 years old, 4.9 points, 1.3 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 0.3 steals, 33% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages.
Panoorin natin ang mga best game highlights ng bagong player ng Dyip na si JerAve Misi, kung gaano nga ba siya kagaling na player.
Power forwards: Kevin Ferrer, 6'5", 200 pounds, 32 years old, 10.3 points, 2.4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1 steal, 30% 3-point shooter, 73% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Aldrich Ramos, 6'6", 190 pounds, 37 years old, 6.5 points, 4.6 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 31% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Louis Sanggalang, star player, 6'4", 198 pounds, 27 years old, 17.3 points, 7.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.5 steals, 1 block, 26% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mike Phillips, Pba 50th draft, possible first pick, 6'8", 220 pounds, 23 years old, 15.5 points, 11.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.7 steals, 1.5 blocks, 50 field goal percentage, 60% free throw shooter in his UAAP 87 season averages. Centers, Keith Saldivar, 6'6", 220 pounds, 29 years old, 4.6 points, 2.1 rebounds, 0.5 steals, 40 field goal percentage, 77% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mark Carino, 6'9", 203 pounds, 27 years old, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 1.2 blocks, 36% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Rafael Rivas, trying out for a roster spot, pending signing, 6'8", 210 pounds, 48 years old, 1.4 points, 2.3 rebounds, 0.3 steals, 0.1 block, 66 field goal percentage, 75% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ito ang official and updated projected complete lineup ng Terrafirma Dyip para sa PBA 50th season. Sa tingin niyo mga kababos, maibibenta na ba ang Terrafirma Dyip next PBA season? I-comment nyo na po yan sa baba.